Alright, today my nice post lady, she delivered to me my book, my Seth Godin book. It's called The Behemoth, and I had to unveil it in front of her. I wanted her to see this. There's my Icarus. This is my favorite author. He's called Seth Godin. This is his book. And then look, you ain't seen a book like this. Look at this. I don't know what that is. Alright, look at that.
Man, you're going to need 2 hands.
I know it. You're right, I do. You had to carry that in. Now look at this book. We got to open this up. All right, there we go. Get out the knife.
Is it the same author or a different book?
Oh, same author. Same author.
Oh
This guy's my favorite business author. His name's Seth. He's just kind of an outside the box.
You had to make a profit off your business or something?
No, well, I mean that, but you know, he's very customer service oriented. He's very, you know, encouraging you to, I don't know, do the right thing. It's hard to explain what he does. He's just kind of a neat thinker.
Huh.
And look at that. Is that a book or what?
It's going to be a conversation piece.
Yes, he's a real honest guy. Look at that.
How big are the words?
You gotta open it. There. It's going to be neat. It's going to, I mean, this isn't just a coffee table book. This is the coffee table. So it's hard to explain, but it's just one of those things. You got to read his stuff to really get it. I love that saying.
On the back it says this might not work.
Right. Well, what he meant, I think, is that this way of publishing, which is I actually bought that book like 6 months ago, and a bunch of people got together and crowdsourced it. That means they helped raise the money to help him get it started, and then they got a little deal on it. But it was a limited edition thing. So I don't know.
Is it to businesses, or you got to get on the internet and send for it?
Kickstarter.
You know of it?
It's called Kickstarter. Here, I'll stop. Okay, so that was the mail lady delivering my cool book. And I can't wait to get into this one, The Icarus Deception. What's funny is I'm not a big reader. Really, I'm not a big reader. But I read, first book I read of Seth was All Marketers Are Liars. And it was really great. And it was just about, you know, being authentic with your customers and then getting them to buy into what you're saying because you're really being authentic. You're not hyping up something or stuff. And anyway, so this is interesting. This is the Icarus Deception, and how high will you fly? And I'm sure it's kind of about art is frightening. He says, art isn't pretty, art isn't painting, art isn't something you hang on the wall. Art is what we do when we're truly alive. If you've already decided that you're not an artist, it's worth considering why you made that decision and what it might take to unmake it. If you've announced that you have no talent in anything, then you're hiding. Art might scare you. Art might bust you. But art is who we are and what we do and what we need. An artist is someone whose bravery, insight, creativity, and boldness to challenge the status quo, and an artist takes it, all of it, the work, the process, the feedback from those we seek to connect with personally. Art isn't a result, it's a journey. Well, that's interesting. The challenge of our time is to find a journey worthy of your heart and your soul. Wow, in other words, it's not just about making money if you think art's just about making money. It's not just about making pretty stuff if you think it's about making pretty stuff. I've read enough Seth books that I know what he's getting at here. You know, you're not going to be fulfilled if you're not doing something worth being fulfilling. And as an artist who makes a living, sometimes you can get distracted. And so his books typically help me to get back on the horse, get myself thinking more others-oriented, and then adjusting my business accordingly. And every time I do, it pays off. From the dip to the purple cow, all his books. But look at this craziness. I love this. To me, this is him putting the rubber to the road, if you will. This is the proof is in the pudding. Look at this nutty book he made. And nutty as in a good thing. I mean, to me, this is his art. You know, if you think about it, he is an artist with words. I love this. This says, this might work, and then there's a reverse, like shadow, that says, this might not work. And really, you know, if you're not on the edge, if you're not uncomfortable somewhat, I was just telling these photographers on a forum that I'm on, I was saying, man, if you aren't doing something scary in your business, I mean, are you trying DSLR video? Have you tried chroma key photography? I mean, really gone at it. Not just dabbled in it, but really applied yourself to something. Have you been working out? Have you cleaned up your studio lately? Have you rearranged all the frames on your stuff? Have you taken any chances that made you say, I don't know if this will work? And if you haven't, then you don't have anything to be excited about, you know? And so don't worry about all the distractions. And by that I mean the photogs and the other people with the camera. Do your thing and stretch yourself. So I kind of a word to the pro form people who might watch this video. But check out this book. I mean, this is inspirational. And I don't think it's available to the public. I pre-ordered this on Kickstarter. Oh, let's see what this says. At the age of 4, you were an artist. At 7, you were a poet. Believe that being realistic is the same thing as giving up. Wow, I don't want to be realistic. To be realistic is to just give up. I said that in my post. I said, but you know, it is true. Things are changing. And I think the reality is, are you going to change? Are you going to really step outside your comfort zone? Wow, this is a book. You know, I think somewhere in here, he put a list of names of people from Kickstarter that backed it. I'm not sure. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, okay. Yeah, very special thank you to the Kickstarters who helped. Let's look at this. Yeah, it's supposed to be alphabetized by last name, so let's go to the back since that's where right will be. Hey, right there I am. Where did I just saw it? Okay, right there. If I can find the iPhone. Sean Wright. Let me zoom in, focus. Boom, there's my name, Sean Wright. He says, crazy, thank you. Cheers. That's pretty cool. I don't know, I'm going to get into this book. I probably ain't going to read it all. If I did, it'd take me a year, I guess. But I'm going to read, you know what, I'll take it back. I'm going to try to read all of it. I don't know, there's good stuff in here. I know Seth's a genuine guy. One time he gave me a cell phone. It blew me away. He had said that one time in a book, but I was really surprised that he gave it to me. And one time I accidentally called it. I'd pushed somebody else's name on my iPhone and it hit his. And I go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. And I really respect him. I've never taken it for granted. Now, since then I've changed phones and I've lost it, but I don't know. I think he's just a real cool guy and, you know, just neat thinker and inspirational guy. So, thanks, Seth. And I hope some other people get a hold of these concepts. And hey, anybody on ProForm, go get this book. Man, I wish now I'd have gotten 6 copies of it. Or 8 copies. He had like, you could get 8 copies or something. And I chose the one where I got just the 2. So, my wife's here. Bye. Hey, baby.
Did you get your book?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a book or a book?
Yeah. I just want to see you read it. I mean, he doesn't read books. That's the biggest book I've ever seen, so, yeah.
I read Seth Godin's books, though, don't I?
You do. You do. They're usually a little bit smaller than that, but...
They're actually a lot smaller than that.
Yeah.
He usually has really tiny books. But I like the challenge. It's a new day. Start something.